Welcome folders to the next complex shaping tutorial, and here we have Kota Lmai's Forest Scorpion. I'm not sure which version it is, but we have the Forest Scorpion and this is what it's like. Asymmetric model, so we have the underside of the belly which has been puffed out. So it's completely asymmetric, but when it all comes together it looks symmetrical, which is super unique and interesting, and obviously super easy as well. So here we have the base. We're going to shape the full thing, and the paper I'm using is Penchy, which is homemade paper, and I will be selling this on my Etsy store when this whole virus situation goes away, because it's still not safe to sell paper at the moment, and health is more important than making some quick money. Anyway, so we're going to be going through the whole process of shaping this to the final version, but first of all we're going to map out, this is the plan, so I'm going to quickly draw the scorpion. It's going to be a really bad drawing. We have the body. Now, I looked up the Forest Scorpion and they've got, let me see, 7 parts to the tail. So we have the normal 1, 2, 3, 4, and then number 5 is quite longer, and then 6 is the round part, and then 7 is the wee spike. So that's what we're going to be doing, basically like that. And then we have obviously body pleats, and then for the legs we are going to 4 legs. So basically I'll flip it over this side just to draw it as in, let me zoom in. As a simple stick figure, we have the leg coming out, crimp, 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 and then like that. So, why did I draw that so small when I zoomed in? Because I drew that much larger. Anyway, we will have basically part coming out, then coming up, and then this is where you want to try and get like these little like angled, like creepy angles in a way. Wait, is it 2? Let me just check. I've actually forgotten. I saved the picture. Where is it? Here. Yeah. So, where's my 2? We'll have the crimp here, it will come up, and then it does come over. Yeah, I thought it came up and then down right away. So up, tiny bit, down, foot. So we have the bit up, and then we have the tiny bit, down, foot. So here we have something like that. So that's basically one leg, and in fact, why not, let's just draw all the legs. Maybe I won't do it as good. Like, this is where you want to try and get these really creepy angles. So instead of like the first one, mine was just up, straight, all 4 legs were the exact same, but I'm going to try and do this really differently. For me, when you shape a model, if you've already done it before, it's always good to try something different, because I personally don't like seeing 7 models all shaped the exact same, when you can be really creative and try something new, try something completely different. Because that's personally what I would love to see. So that's why I do that. So some legs will be higher than up, some legs will be pushed backwards, so that really, so there's, in a way, there's no symmetry involved. Wait, did a bit extra. Anyway, and then the claws. I'll do that. So something like that. That's actually not bad drawing for me. I personally like that. So that's basically the rough idea, and then the legs, so with the tail is going to be curved, I'm going to try and curve it, then push it back, because the first time it was just straight up over the body. The legs are going to be awkward angles, body's going to be nice and round, and then that's the plan. So hopefully we get something like this at the end. Now, let's get this glue going. I have no idea how long this is going to take. So first of all, I'm just going to start off with the tail. Pardon me. Plan is get the tail all glued, basically to where it is right here. Normally I would glue all of it up to where the legs start, but because this model is asymmetric and I need to fill up with cotton wool, which I have right here, and it's going to be a bit more trickier, because if it was completely symmetric then I would glue the whole lot and then it would be much quicker and easier, but in this case we have a bit more to work with, so that is the plan. So I'm going to try and carefully glue up just to here where the tail starts and where it ends from the body, and then I can shape the tail and then fill the body, curve it, do each leg individually, and then the front, and then hopefully it all works. So I'm just going to start off by gluing these layers. I think I will just do one side on camera and then the other side off camera, because it's the exact same process. I don't need to show you gluing every layer. And then just take your time. I have had this model shaped forever. I think, yeah, when I uploaded the progress, the collapsing of this, I think I included the date. I think it was the 23rd of April. So yeah, I've collapsed this. It's been collapsed for nearly a month, and then I'm finally getting to shaping it. There's a lot of layers on here. And when you glue, it's best to add it 3/4 of the way. So what I mean is, you see here I've got glue here to here, but not from here to there. So that way, when you close it over, and if you've added too much, it will push out. But because we've left a bit of extra gap, it shouldn't push out. And if it does, it will fill the sides that don't have any glue in it. And we can always come back and add glue if we need to. It's better to always add less than too much, or you'll make a mess. Now watch me say that and then make a mess. That's why I'll be an hour doing one side, most likely. I'm really curious to see how thin this paper will get. I've not finished a model with pen tube before, so I'm super curious. Yeah, I'll do a bit more actually. Yeah, it's going to take a while to sort through all these layers. It's going to be hard to keep track of what ones I've glued, what ones I've not glued. And again, always glue one layer at a time. I mean, it's temptation to like add glue here and then quickly lift up the layer and add glue, but when you glue one layer at a time, you can easily fold over the layer to make sure it's all compressed nice and neatly, and then open up the next layer, and then do the same with that one. So there's no rush in shaping. And then if I've missed any parts on the outside, I will probably use clear glue, so that way I don't get as much glue marks if I used the normal glue. You could use MC as well, but I don't think it sticks as much. I mean, if you take your time when you're gluing, then all's good. Even if it takes me an hour to do this side and then an hour to do the inside, so 2 hours each side, and if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, because you know you're taking your time, and then you're most likely going to get the best result that you want, or get the result that you're looking for. And it's always good to squeeze from the outside in when you add glue. What I mean is, I'll show you in a second. So I've added glue there, I'm going to close it up. In fact, I'm going to move this bit down a wee bit. There. So I've added glue, I'm going to close it and then squeeze from the outside. And that way, if there is too much glue, it will get forced downwards and inside the model. If I were to squeeze inside out, it would come out, then you'd be left with glue marks. We don't want glue marks. It's little things like that which I've picked up along the way. So we're almost finished this side. And then I just need to be careful because we're approaching the top layers. Just want to add a wee tiny bit of glue, just here, just there, maybe a wee bit there as well. Yeah, a wee bit there. Just to help hold these down, but not enough that we'll lose the shadow, the layer, essentially, or the detail. Leave it there, there. That's all we need. That's all we need. We are in no rush. Take as long as you need. And if you think you've added too much, wipe it away. And a wee bit more in there as well. Now add a wee tiny bit here. Like that. Now double check to make sure that I've got every bit. So we have that. Then I'm going to fold it over, and then on the inside we'll do the exact same. And because this paper is so thin, it starts to go through all the layers, so I'm going to add in fact, I'm going to add some clear glue. So I'm not fully sure how the glue will react. Will it show through the layer because it's super thin? And if it does, I'm best likely to use clear glue. Only on the outside layer. Only on the outside layer, try and talk slow. So it doesn't show through. Just a little bit. Yeah, I'll fix this part later on when it's all glued. Now we can go back to the normal glue. Yep, as you can see, it's starting to stick, which is brilliant. I mean, you could potentially add enough glue on one side so it soaks through to the other side of the layer. Now we can start to add a bit more. Yeah, it's going to be real tricky to get all these layers. I'm already down quite far, but I know I've missed some, so I need to go. I'll need to backtrack and try and get them. And it's important to glue all the layers, because that way we eliminate all possibilities of air pockets being built up, and that means the layers won't stick, and then that means we won't get as thin as possible as you would want to get, if that makes sense. So when you glue all the layers, they basically become one entire thickness, and then depending on the paper you could get it extremely thin, and then that will allow you to get more results, or better results, or more detail. So that's why I glue all layers. Yeah, I'm not going to glue any on the bottom because we are potentially at the bottom layer. I will glue some in this part, just to help hold it together, and then the same one here, and then I'll need to backtrack because I've definitely missed some. That. Yeah, we're already at the bottom, so we don't need to do here. That's good. Because if I glue there, then it'll show on this outside layer, which we don't want. Again, we want to try and keep this part as clean as possible. So I can glue some, just the bottom part right here. I'll add a good amount here because this is going to hold a lot of layers together. So I'll try and get it nice and neat. And can I glue in this part? This wee pocket here? Nope, cannot. So it's good to double check to see where you can and can't glue, in case you make an accident. So I need to add more. And then like that. Now I'm just going to backtrack. I'm going to try and open up the layers to see if I've missed any. I think as soon as I pull open, then we have gaps that open up. And that tells us we have not glued these parts yet. So we want to try and get those done. So yeah, we missed quite a lot. And that's the thing with thin paper, because it soaks through to the other layers, then it makes it look like it's glued, but in actual fact it's not. So it's a matter of backtracking constantly until you're happy with where you're at and how much you've glued. then tweezers help as well, because they can open up layers that chubby fingers can't open up. Now I'm just adding clear glue in these parts. Right, so I think we are good here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm happy with this. I am going to do the other side off camera, and then I will check all sides to make sure I'm good to go, and then we will shape the tail. So it's already much thinner, which makes it a lot easier. So I need to quickly do this, and then we'll be right back. Right, now we have glued both sides, and as you can see it's micro thin, so that's a really good sign. Now what we're going to do is, again, we have the tail, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits, and then this round bit, and then the wee spike. So I'm just going to make the mountain fold behind this part here, and then crimp it up. Let's try and do this. So the mountain fold like that, and then sort of try and, in fact, let me glue this bit just to get the sides done. So I'm just going to do something like that first, and then we can tuck in the sides to make it slightly thinner. So I think I may need to glue the inside part. I already did, but I'll add more. Just to help stop it moving. So like that. Yeah, once this glue dries I'll be able to cover it all better. And then the second one. So right now it's still, everything's quite soft because of the glue, so I'm going to add what I can at the moment for the details, and then I can touch them up later on. It would be better if I just did that. So already starting to get the curve. I think I need to glue these parts to hold them together. Just making it a bit more tricky to stay closed. glue this part. It's starting to come undone. That feels better. Basically I have 4 at the moment. Again, I'll neaten up until this glue dries. And then we have the 5th one, which is bigger. So let me just see. Normal. Try about here. Maybe a bit lower actually. Because I need some for the reverse fold and then some for the claw and the spike. Now just reinforcing these ones. So we're already starting to get that thin shape. And then once it starts to dry more, I can tuck in these parts behind, try and get it more round. So I'm fine with that. And then I put this part in place, and I can tuck this part in. Reverse fold it. Need to try and fold that in, try and make this part round. That's basically the rough idea. Yeah, so I'm going to retouch up these creases off camera and then we will continue with the rest of the body. Now I basically have this at the moment. I added a lot more detail. I got a nice round part by pulling out the layers. Originally it was too straight, but you have a much more nice puffed out part. And basically you just pull the layer out. Don't worry if it's not neat or not, it will not lie flat, then you just need to try and puff it to make it round. And then I just fold it over, so we have that. And then I think I'm going to keep it curved like that. Maybe or that side, whichever one. Probably looks nicer like this. And I'm just covering in these parts, which I'll do over and over again until it fully dries, just to try and get a nice, more rounder shape. So I'm going to wait till this part fully dries until I move on to the next part, which I'll need to curve. I'll need to do the same what I did here to this side as well. It's going to be quite tight squeeze. So doing this, it tucks in the extra layers, and helps to get that more rounder look to the tail. So it's just a matter of forcing the paper over and over again. I'll need to do this obviously when I stop. Just keep doing it until I'm happy with it. That's basically it. And when you're shaping, never be worried about how you shape, because everyone's different. So that is the tail basically done. It is almost dry, well not fully dry. It's all glued, so I'm just going to let it fully dry and then touch up the details, and then we'll work on the body. So at the moment I'm going to stop the now, see to all this. I've got a really nice puffed out end as well and a really nice sharp tip. It's quite hard to show it in black. It's the only colour I hate using is black because it's hard to show all the detail. But anyway, I'm going to keep the tail from at this angle. And then that's it, we will continue on the body. And it is the next morning. So here we are, tail is completely done. I absolutely love how it turns out. Got that really nice creepy separation in each segment of the tail, nice long part and then really puffed out end, and then the wee tiny spike. And then when I start to curve it and then just roughly put the leg in place, I can start to see it coming together. So that is a really good thing. Now, next step is to glue all this section up to here. So all these layers, and then the same on the inside and then this side. And then we can start to gradually get that nice curve in place. So let's do that. The glue basically continues where it left off from the tail, so wherever you stopped on the tail, it'll basically continue from there. And again, there's a lot of layers here, so it's going to take a bit of time. So I'm basically just going to actually glue all these layers all the way up to basically here. So this side is basically all good to go, and then the same on this side. So I'll do the left hand side first, and then I'll do the inside part off camera just to save time. It's going to take a while. To try and get all these layers. So many layers. Then obviously stopping where the leg starts. Very important. Not sure if I'll even glue the inside part because there's a lot of layers and the glue will most likely soak through. But I'll wait and see after I do all this. It may not actually be necessary. Turn this camera down a wee bit. I think that'll be the last bit. Yeah, don't want to glue it every single one. I'll keep this bit separate. Now I'm just going to double check to make sure I've got most of it. So fine with that. Yeah, there's wee bits here and there, but they'll be fine when I glue the other side. They'll be fine, and that will get hidden either way. Right, so now I'm going to glue the exact same layers on this side, basically up to here, so it should all be nice and flat after this part. Now that the right hand side is glued, done it all on the outside and the inside, I've also left, of course, this inside part open, because once I glue both sides, glue this part, and then obviously the last thing, I will fill up the body with cotton wool, so I need to keep this part open in order to do that. And then the same with this part, I might put a little bit in here as well just to balance out the roundness. So basically what we're going to do is the exact same thing. But on this side we have the open gap for this part here. So again, we're just going to not glue past this part for now and glue basically up to here. That's the plan. And and then of course stop where the leg starts, which is right here. We'll just glue that one. Which one am I on? I'll zoom in a wee bit more. Again, it's going to be quite tricky to find out which parts I've glued, which parts I haven't. I think I've already glued this part. I can see some glue marks, but maybe we'll glue it again. Right. And you don't need to worry too much about gluing the underside because all of this will get hidden. So the top will come down, this part will that bottom of the abdomen will come up, so it will get completely hidden. So you could technically mesh fold all of this and it will not matter. So I'm actually going to start. Oh, never mind. Right, let's start from the top. Then work our way down to the parts that we've done. Should be easier. So I think I'm good on this side. Even though it's showing that parts are opening up, that's because I haven't put the glue all the way on the side of the paper. So some parts may look like they've come undone, but we can fix that later on. Yeah, we're good. So good on this side. In fact, leave it in here actually. Right, so we're good here. Now, repeat it on this side, which I will do off camera just to make sure I can get it nice and neat. And then we will, now that all the right hand side is glued, so all of these layers and these layers, also added some glue on this part, of course keeping this part open as well, which gives access to inside here. Also I glued a little bit of this part as well, just to gently hold it in place. Now what I'm going to do is just clean up this part right here. So just adding a little bit of glue, just to keep it together. So it'll be nice and neat. I'll just peg this here now. Do it for each one. Actually, we'll need to. Not necessary. Now pick up this. And we'll just do the same on this side, and then give that a little bit of time to dry. The reason I'm doing this is because it's going to hold the position better, and when I come to filling up the bottom part with cotton wool, it will puff out a lot more nicer and a lot more evenly. Which will be easier to do. It will be easier to shape that way. So that's what I'm going to glue for that part. I'll peg it and then we'll continue in a few minutes. So basically like that. And then when all that's done, we can work on the legs and finally start to put this. So now that it's dried, we'll give it 10 minutes, take these off, and then already it's holding much better. These parts don't stick, but it's just the inside, so that's perfectly fine. Now we can just glue these parts, just to secure it, to basically make it one full pocket. We've glued inside. And then the first outside. I won't be able to glue this part super tight, but good. And then that up. So we've just glued this part in here. And then flip it around. Same again. Yeah, because it's not fully straight, I won't add as much glue on this side. Like that. Add a wee bit more glue just at the top here. There. So I will give this another 5 minutes to dry and then we will continue. Now that this part is fully glued and then all the sides are glued, I did try to off camera there just fill it up with cotton wool, but I think it's still a bit too early. So what I'm going to do is shape the first leg, get that done, pardon me, and then shape the rest of the legs, get them in a rough position, pardon me again, and then fill up this part with cotton wool and then this part, and then try and find a nice balance for the rest of them. So first of all, I'm just going to add a tiny amount of clear glue on the outside. And then the normal wood glue. Now we're nearing the second last outside layer, so I'll go back to the clear glue after this. Put that in the normal glue by accident. Get another tool. Almost did it again. So it's handy to have a few tools on the go. Like that. And then on this side. I'm just going to hit it with the clear glue again, because it's close to the outside. And then I can go back to the normal glue. Already done that one. It's tricky because they stick together. Start from this side. That's way too much. Right, I'm going to quickly put the rest of this in place off camera and then we'll shape it. Now that this first leg is completely glued, I will show the shaping on this one and then I'll do the rest off camera. So, for the body, it's going to curve round. So let's try and have a good estimate of where to start the crimp. So maybe like right here. Because we have to do a little crimp first. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a wee bit first. Basically the leg will be like that underneath. Oops, I'm tossing down. It'll be like that. draw this the right way first. That should be enough. Let me just see. Yeah, that'll be fine. A wee bit less actually. Maybe add a wee bit more glue here, just to, yeah. So I could feel it. That wasn't completely stuck. Just double check this side. So the first grip is in place. I'm just going to do the foot part of the now, and then I can try and find a good balance for the rest of the parts. Pardon. So let me try and see. I did it like that. That should be enough actually. Let me just see. What's up? Maybe a wee bit less on this part. Looks a bit fine. So now it's just a matter of trying to make it look realistic. I need to fix that a wee bit. I don't know why that's going in so much. Now that we have the rough position, what I'm going to start doing is pulling out some of the layers. So it's a good note to not glue as much for the future legs, which I'm glad I did not do that. So we're going to start pulling out some of the layers because the scorpions have these parts right here. They come down, and then a bit here as well. So we're going to try and make it so this part can stay thin, this part can stay thin, thin, and then round, and then slightly round, and then that should be good. So I'm going to try and aim for that. I've already done one, and then it's, once you have one, basically just tuck the excess inside. So that way I'll add a bit of nice more thickness to it. Maybe I'll pull out a different layer, or can I pull out the same one? So the legs are going to be completely different to how I would normally do them. Yeah, it's going to be a nightmare to do this, but it's going to be worth it. I mean, when you do things like this, you don't need to worry about being perfect. I think I'm just going to peg it. No, right. I was going to peg it right there, but maybe that's a bit too much actually. Yes, I'm going to do this off camera, so we basically have a much better position like that. And I'll adjust it all, and then I'll have it all done for the rest of the legs.